Hey YouTube, it's Frisky Dingo here, getting back to you guys with another review slash reaction video. Today we're looking at Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, the DLC 3 for Trunks, the Warrior of Hope. And what can I say? I mean, I've been having a very fun time playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. The DLC 1 and 2 was extremely good. The one thing I love about this game in its entirety is how it gives you that exact cinematic slash manga adaptation, which is beautiful. I don't think that many Japanese games that were manga serialized and then brought to animation and then to video games have had a good adaptation for the last 20 years. We've gotten some Naruto games which were extremely good, but story-wise was lacking in the sense of development, giving us an atmosphere. A lot of the storylines for Naruto were basically just for you to get the characters. So it wasn't really any need for you to just sit down and actually play the storyline. Even 2 years ago, when I revisited Naruto Ninja Storm 3, I came in a big roadblock of trying to complete the game again just because I wanted to play multiplayer with my friends and I didn't have all the characters unlocked. So I can say that's one of the few things that definitely stopped me from playing that game overall. Other than that, I can say there's been a few other Japanese games Japanese manga games that have had a good transition. I think Gundam has always been a little bit of hit and miss. Hunter x Hunter had a game too. Bleach has always been consistent in the genre that it's been in, which has always been 2D platform fighting. The last really extremely well put together game for Bleach was Heated Soul 4 or 5 for the PSP, which I extremely enjoyed. Other than that, like I said, there's been a few games that have actually gave you that exact adaptation. And with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, it's no different. And then with bringing in the Trunks storyline, which was always a fanatic piece of Dragon Ball Z. I mean, especially during the American run, Cell Saga, the movie of Trunks' past was receptive really well. I enjoyed it myself. I know a lot of friends that enjoyed that anime movie. My favorite part about it was the surrealism. Well, excuse my language. The realism of watching Trunks' entire future be destroyed, and then him having to basically find who is alive, and then basically trying to adapt and fight and learn more about the androids, especially with Android 17 and 18. Biggest part that they were unbeatable. So he had to go into the past and be able to help Goku, and from there on out, he altered the timeline in which he lived in. Well, I mean, honestly, we never got to see what happened at the end of the timeline, so that's one thing I'm extremely happy about the DLC 3 Trunks the Warrior of Hope, is simply because we never got to see what happened after Trunks went back. Yes, we got a little look, okay, Trunks was doing good, but we never got to see what really happened after. You know, all we got to see was him with long hair, him going back and forth between time, and a couple other video games that actually his time traveling machine appeared on. Famously Chrono Trigger, and this was before Dragon Ball Z had hit the American market the way it did, and this was before Chrono Trigger was even, you know, vastly popular. So I could definitely say that just seeing this DLC, it gives me extreme hope for the future, because a lot of the games that I've been talking about in recent time, especially looking at the new releases, have been a big letdown. And even though this is just a DLC, the one thing I can say is that it brings a proponent of difference. All right, yes, we've had the main storyline, but we had no idea of how this video game was going to move forward. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, it always seemed like a very linear story where they were just going to put out 3 different versions. And now that we're seeing that they're expanding just with the DLC alone, I'm happy. And you know what? I got to play the original demo for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot when I was at the 2019 Comic-Con. I stayed in line for about an hour just to play, and it was extremely well reviewed from other people that I saw there playing it. So the one thing I can say is that I'm really happy with that, you know, that we got to be able to see a game like this in its height at a Comic-Con, and then now, you know, 2 years later, getting a DLC that touches so many fans directly in the heart. I mean, personally, like I said, the Trunks saga, Cell saga in general was good. But then with the future Trunks saga, that was just the icing on the cake for Akira Toriyama's way of storytelling. It connects all the pieces that we didn't even know from the beginning. And then also, it gives you a hindsight of what could have happened. The biggest part is that Goku dying. I think that was one of the biggest alternate parts. Goku dying, and then Future Gohan. Future Gohan was just to see him in the DLC and the way he looks and how it's such a complete, clear adaptation from the manga is way too perfect. I love it. As a fan, I can't ask literally for no more. I really can't, because if you see a lot of these manga or anime adaptations, they never go well. So being able to see this in its height and being able to pay for it at a decent amount of price, I love it. And I wish that more game conventions took advantage of releasing this game, because I mean, even a small little bit or piece would have gave us something. So it's just really funny to me how, once again, you know, what I was saying in an earlier video where the industry is moving, it's very obvious. And now that we got this DLC, we end up getting this DLC. Hopefully we can see what part 4 is going to align. Hopefully we get something with Black Goku. Hopefully we get something with the Tournament of Power. If we can even get the first tournament, I think people will be extremely happy. So what I see happening in the near future, I don't know. I mean, this game is very unique. It's very creative. It's in its own lane. It's taking all of the best things of different genre and then giving you a clean-cut, linear storyline for you to watch, which I can say for myself I enjoyed thoroughly. I can't wait to finish beating this game, DLC to be exact. And honestly, I'll be looking out for a couple more Dragon Ball Z content. Hopefully, you know, they let us know, Bandai, what's going to happen in the next couple of DLCs. But with DLC 3, I know that it was very secretive indeed. So when they first released a preview for it, it was very short, and it only gave us the intro of Gohan and Trunks. So I don't think we'll be able to get that DLC 4 sneak peek, but hopefully we will. And I'll be here to break it down, because I would love for it to be the Tournament of Power. I love for it to be the original tournament between both Gods of Destruction, Beerus and his brother. I would enjoy that just to see the other Saiyans fight. Or even if they were to do an alternate storyline and bring Oob into the fold, I would enjoy that too. But I don't think, once again, that this game is gonna veer off the line of linear storytelling. So we most likely will get a Dragon Ball Super continuation, which I think is gonna be the most likely thing. Or they're gonna explore more side stories in the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot storyline. So maybe we might get who knows, we might get a Oob storyline that lets us know what happened with Oob when he was living at the village. Maybe we could get a Majin Vegeta storyline. We just don't know yet. So hopefully we'll find out soon. And if anything else with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot comes out, I'll definitely give you guys an update. So I'll definitely see you guys in the next one.